This month, Animal Jam is celebrating its 15th anniversary. There have been many years and many different items that have come out throughout the years. But my question is, what's the most popular item according to Animal Jam, and what items are the least popular? That's what we're going to figure out today. I made a spreadsheet and I went through every item, seeing how many variants each item has, and we'll see which one at the end comes out on top and has the most variants. You might be surprised, but you might also just be like, okay, yeah, that's obvious. Anyway, let's see what I'm talking about. So here is my spreadsheet that I created. And this spreadsheet has every single item model that exists. So for example, if this acorn hat came in both the original in-store variant as well as the promo variant, it's still the same acorn hat model. So I counted those all towards variants of the same model. I went through every different type, starting with head items. We got 417 different models. We also got a few, about half of them have Rare Item Mondays, as well as the ocean items as well. These are all organized in alphabetical order, so it's easy to figure out. There's a whole lot of items in Animal Jam that many people don't even think of. And you can see from all this different data here that, yeah, some of these items people completely forgot about, and we'll be talking about those in a little bit. I guess for some reason I turned this one into what I'm going to be showing a little later, so I guess I'll have to fix that up after I'm done editing, but because I will be probably releasing this to give to the public so the public can help out. And also, this spreadsheet, the data is based off of as late as August, so nothing in the new September update is in here. It's only up to August, and the newest items I put in were the new cyan beanie and cyan spinning top hat. You won't be seeing anything new like the beta rhino helmet, for example, in here. So first, let's talk about the least liked items according to this spreadsheet. These items only have one variant out of the head items, so they have never gotten a Rare Item Monday or are only a Rare Item Monday. If you go back here to my key, you could see that I made a key. The orange boxes are unreleased and the red boxes have no original variant. So stuff like the baby bonnet originally came out as a spring baby bonnet, so it does not have a normal variant, at least not yet, maybe eventually. But there are many items here that all have only one variant. A couple are Rare Item Mondays like the tiny sombrero and heart skull helmet, but a lot of other ones are the pixelated heads, which no one really cares about. But then there's also ones that are really cool, like the rainbow top hat and sheep hat and sombrero, and some of the like Team Sabretooth and Direwolf hats. They all only have one variant. These would definitely be high contenders for recolors, I'd say. Neck is much better in this regard. Only the charm necklaces and the epic feather collar, which again, this is based on August data. The epic feather set just got a recolor in Mira's colors, so that would be not here, as well as the rainbow mustache, and yeah, that's about it here. So there aren't that many neck items that aren't recolored yet. For body items, there are a couple that are completely unreleased, that being the Forest Friends backpack and the heavy chains. The Forest Friends backpack I could definitely see releasing in the future. Maybe it'd be like a Holiday gift calendar type thing. But the heavy chains, like the mace tail, which we'll talk about a little later, and the broken shackles, I don't see ever releasing, probably because I doubt that they're coded onto every animal, and also because, you know, obvious reasons that it's probably not a good idea to release them. But there are some here that have one variant, like the sun hoodie and snowflake cape. This is a rim, and this is a spring sun hoodie, but it doesn't have any other variants, as well as, again, the epic feather set and some Graham's Workshop items. And the gingerbread armor somehow. I don't know how that one only has one variant. Pretty good here with leg items as well. The Alpha Gauntlets only has one variant so far. I'm a little happy about that because I was a little sad when Alpha Sword got a variant because I trade a lot for mine, and well, now anyone could make their adventure outfit overpowered, so in general it's a good thing, but I just felt a little bit ripped off in that way. So the Alpha Gauntlets only having one so far means that if you want the perfect adventure outfit, you still have to trade for them. But there's other stuff like the Elegant Bracelet. The Elegant Bracelet and the Gold Tip Wooden Shoes are again from Graham's Workshop. And these Lucky Grass Claws are from the Ridiculous Rares. And again, the Broken Shackles, which will probably never be released. And for tail items, there's only one tail that is unreleased, the Mace Tail. Again, for the same reasons I've been saying for the Broken Shackles and Heavy Chains, it probably won't release. But the only tail that didn't have a variant until today, or as of the time of recording this, is the Epic Feather Tail. So yes, my data is out of value now, but at the same time, I don't want to update for the September version if I don't have all the items released yet, because I don't know what's going to be coming next. It's the 15th anniversary, there might be 15th anniversary's items coming up. So now we saw the least liked items, as well as this unreleased Star Hat Underwater, and the Pirate Hat, which only had one item from the Deep Wild Weekend this year. Now that we know the items that are least liked, how about the items that are most liked? And I have 3 different categories of sorting for this. I have total variance, which shows every single variant. For some of these items, though, you'll see why they're so high. Then there's recolor numbers. So this subtracts the total variance from the original release to give you the recolors. This could show, okay, wow, 15 Cupid Wing recolors came out in 15 years, or something like that. And the original variants, almost every item has 8 original variants, maybe 1, sometimes when it's like a rare item Monday or something. We'll start with ocean items first, because no one likes the ocean except me, unfortunately. The item that people love most in the ocean is supposedly the anemone headboat, with 17. But the reason why this is because it came out in 8 original variants in 2011, and then got 8 more recolors, and then a seafoam one this year. So that makes the 17. All these other high items are a very similar thing. These 2, at least, are in a very similar boat. They had 8 original variants, got rare tagged, and then got 8 released variants, and now come back every year. The lionfish helmet is the real contender for the most for this, because they have 4 variants from the Brigade set and a lot of rims, a rim and recolors as well. There are so little ocean neck items that I don't even have to scroll anymore, unfortunately. But the item that wins out with the most variants is the skull necklace, followed closely by the coral necklace, fossilized tooth necklace, and seaweed boa. And in general, the highest numbers are really basically you get a rim and then a couple variants for a majority of these items. Everything with a 9 here, for the most part, is a rim. Diamond Spike Collar got a diamond re-release. Some of these items also got seaweed and deep sea recolors this year as well. But you see here, this recolor bar, very low. In general, most variants came out with 8 at their release in 2011 or 2012, and then didn't get clicked at all afterwards. Ocean back is even worse. The only items here that have more than 9 are shell armor, rainbow scales, lionfish armor, and the hero cape and airplane wings. The hero cape and airplane wings are tied because they both have 8 new variants, as well as the 8 original. And then the hero cape has a freedom one, and the airplane wings has a freedom one. Lionfish armor is again going to win this one. And the rainbow scales got 2 rims, shell armor got a deep sea and a rare item Monday. And finishing up with the ocean items, we got the least as possible here with the legs. The winner here is lionfish fin armor, because of course lionfish fin armor is one of the many original rare item Mondays that came in 8 variants, as well as having the Brigade and many recolors. The Trident has the 8 original variants and 2 recolors, and then everything else has basically 1 recolor, if that. The Light Up Hibiscus Ring is a little bit different because it never actually got released in its original variant. It has a Rare Item Monday variant and a Contest Cyan variant right now. The original isn't released yet, so as of right now, it is targeted red on my screen here and isn't actually released. Unfortunately for me, I really want one of these. Alright, so now we're going on to the stuff that people are actually excited about, the land items. So, we're going to start with tail first and then get up to head, which is probably the most exciting. The most important tail armor, as nobody expected, is the elf tail armor. Yeah, definitely people didn't think that elf tails are super overrated and have so many variants. They have 18 recolors and less than 8 original variants. They have only 5 original variants if we're talking about the beta tails. So 18 total recolors with a total of 23. Raccoon tails only got this high because recently the wild raccoon tail just came out and gave 8 more variants. But, I mean, this item is also loved in general. We got, like, the prankster version and the rim and all that. So, there's a lot of different raccoon tail variants, as well as stegosaurus tail. And the rocker tail is also this high because of the wild items. And we got stuff like ferocious feline tails and double tails. And all these items are pretty well liked. Moving on to leg items, we have a lot of similarities to neck items you'll see in a little bit, but if we scroll up here, the item with the most variants is the spiked wristband, the long spike wristband with 35 total, with the 8 original and 27 recolors. That is a lot of spikes. And the main reason why it probably is this high is because it has the neon spike, it has the spectacular spikes, it has the recolors that they made in like 2013 and the Diamond Shop versions. So there's 35 total variants of the long spike. The short is not far behind with 28, and then the rainbow spike is up here with 26 because the striped spike also counts as a rainbow spiked model. Something that isn't a spike is the glove with 25 total variants, probably because it came in 8 originally that got released as Rare Item Mondays later on, but also came similar to the other Halloween items I talked about in the ocean, with 8 new variants. Body items are where it gets interesting as well. So a lot of people would probably think Cupid Wings won out here, but that isn't the case. Cupid Wings only got 3rd place here. The winner actually is the Wings from 2010. And this item came in, again, 8 variants when it released, but probably one of the reasons why it's number 1 now is because it came in 8 new variants last month with the wild items. And this pirate sword is so high up, probably because it has 8 variants with the pirate sword. You see, I just called it that, even though the normal variant is called just sword. Cupid Wings is 3rd place with 22, and then bow and arrows, and then I'm happy to see dual samurai swords this high. The reason why they're this high is because of the wild items once again. Those really made a lot of new variants for a lot of these old items, and I'm very happy that they exist. Going over to neck items. The one in number 1 is the long spiked collar with a whopping 46 total variants. 38 are recolors and the 8 original. Number 2 is the rainbow spike collar, again because of the striped spike collar. Striped spike is a model variant of the rainbow spike, similar to how the tattered spike is a model of the worn spike collar, which is why the worn is this high up. Short spike's also here as well. He only takes it down to like 5th place till you see the 2010 princess necklace for something that isn't a spike, again because of the wild items. And with the most items per category for head items in the game, you'd expect the head items to probably be the one with the most variants, but that isn't the case. So number 1 and number 2 spot are only this high, again because of the wild items this month. The rocker hair has 24 total variants, again 8 are from the wild items, and same thing with flower crowns, as well as antlers and hood with feathers and baseball caps. The only one that doesn't have a wild item variant is the clown hair from these top 8 or whatever. DJ headset has wild as well. And then some other items like the eyeball hat all got a rare tag of their original 2010 variant and got re-released in new colors, so that's 16 total right there. Top hats are surprisingly down here with only 18 variants. You'd think that there'd be more than that, but that is not the case. However, I think I own every single variant of the top hat model, as well as all the other items that are in my main look, so I could basically make as many versions of my main look as possible. So what are the top 5 items that people like the most in Animal Jam? Well, alright, here we go. In 5th place, we have the sword and the rocker hair tied with 24 model variants each. And in 4th place, we have another tie between the wings and the glove, 2 classic 2010 items with 25 model variants each. In 3rd place, we have the worn spike collar with 26 total model variants. I'm not counting the worn spike wristband or spike wristbands if they have a matching collar here, because the whole top 5 would just be collars and wristbands then. In 2nd place, there is a tie between the rainbow spike collar and the short rare spike collar with 30 model variants each. And the number 1 spot, the most liked item, is no surprise, the long spike collar with 46 total model variants. Absolutely crazy. The long spike has been released so many times, and the main reason why is because most of the time when it was released, it came in 8 variants each. What do you think about this list? Are there any items that you saw either on this top 5 or in the spreadsheet that you were surprised to see a whole lot of recolors. I was at least surprised to see a lot of them. Again, I will make this spreadsheet available for you to look at and edit yourself in my Discord server eventually, probably a few days after this video goes live. I'll try to do that as fast as I can, because I think that it's nice and great for people to be able to use this data, and my hours of work I put into this won't go to waste. If you like my content, then why not subscribe? And with that, this is Brad Stormer, storming out.